Yes, sir. I'm never standing out.
I'm made to be.
I'm never standing out. Oh. Hey, this Big Gates right here talking. Watch your mouth, no dissing me. You know we all saw it. You say I'm fake, that's your opinion, that's just y'all story. Just face the fact I was y'all blessing, but y'all ignored it. Your quest for fame had you distorted, not accepting sorry. I'm really that, the streets are vouch, the people vouch, the jailer vouch, all the niggas in the feds are vouch. We held it down while in the drought, one of my sales are vouch. I'm standing out, when it's beef, I'm never standing down. Stayed next door to Jamalo while in St. John Apartments. Couldn't afford the rent, we moved with grandma more like an orphanage. The neighborhood ain't like I said, we came from New Orleans. Had some fights, I slung some iron in Baton Rouge, you recall it. Lee Lucas doing life, he left when I was 11. Had a job I did not like and started narcotic selling. I do for me, I feed myself, fuck who not willing to help me. We either die or go to jail, so what the fuck could you tell me? Fully loaded Mac 11 when this pressure get applied. Got a brand new Glock 9 and I keep it by my side. Took the side of that little boy done out of hatred, no question. Draw your sword, get met with brute force, no second guessing. Up, y'all. Watch your mouth, no dissing me. You know we all saw it. You say I'm fake, that's your opinion, that's just y'all story. Just face the fact I was y'all blessing, but y'all ignored it. Your quest for fame had you distorted, not accepting sorry. I'm really that, the streets are vouch, the people vouch, the jailer vouch, all the niggas in the feds are vouch. We held it down while in the drought, one of my sales are vouch. I'm standing out, when it's beef, I'm never standing down. The time and rate for everything he did for me, I was loyal. Got betrayed, it came a great disappointment. I thought we was under that law, but your nephew's an informant. Put the folks in my business, gotta set court appointments, gotta suit up with lawyers. Damn, this how we rockin'. They copyrighted my name and wanted $1 million. The label laughed in my face, I had to pay out my pocket. Young Money closed the door and ain't nobody want sign me.
So what we gonna talk about, what's been taking place in this episode 3. I know a lot of coaches understand things that take place during practice, during game time, even some of the things that take place out of practice. Had one of our kids, I think he tore his MCL jumping on a trampoline. We got a couple of our kids that's, as you'll see, some of the interviews speaking with the parents that they had some things going on with them as far as from birth to when they was littler, and you know, things start to come back or resurface, or so it's just like, you know, as coaches it's pretty hard because we got to adjust to that. And you know, when we're doing practice, there's times where we have to watch these certain kids and it's just like pay attention, like, because a lot of these kids, they don't want to admit that they're hurting or having certain pain because they don't want to sit out of practice, but really they're hurting themselves more. So we kind of got to pay attention to that and be like, hey, just chill out. So you're gonna see a lot of that going on. We dealt with one was my son. He had to sit out for a week of practice because he suffered a concussion during practice. We also had another player previous. She had to sit out a week because of the same thing. And I think a lot of coaches might not pay too close attention to a lot of that stuff, but it's like, I mean, we go full speed in practice. A lot of coaches might not agree with that, but at this age, like, you practice how you play. So if you're teaching them to do everything halfway, that's how they're gonna play in the game. So at this age, we have to go full speed so they understand, like, this is what it's supposed to be. It's different when you get older, of course. You know when to turn that switch on and off. But you're gonna see some things and some interviews with some parents, and even on another note, you know, kids that are on medication that helps with ADD and all that stuff, like, that affects them during practice sometimes, where it, like, just slows everything down for them and they're not really focused as we would think they would be on the medication. So it's really interesting to follow this, and we're going to speak with some of the parents during this episode. They're going to tell you how, you know, actually football has helped them, you know, to kind of substitute football for the medication in certain areas. So just pay close attention to that, and like I said, just showing you some different aspects of everything that takes place outside of football. So
Okay, so my son Michael Faulkner, he plays for the Pharaohs, and he's been playing for about 3-4 weeks now. He has ADHD, an opposition to fight disorder, and he does take Ritalin and Risperidone, but ever since he has been playing football, I have not had to give him his medicine during those days that he plays for football or does practice or the games, because it wears out his energy and he has a total different outlook on life. So I don't have to give him to him those days, and football has actually brought out the best in him, where he doesn't have to take those medicines.
My son Ethan Forbes is on the Pharaohs, and he takes medication for ODD and ADHD, and him on the football team has helped him a lot. And when he goes home, he's kind of upset and mad and lunches out, but football helps him a lot.
My kids are Matea and Michaela Contreras. Matea has a thing called femoral anteversion. It causes her a lot of leg problems. Her feet turn in, and it is pretty painful. She is on the football team for the Idaho Pharaohs, and she loves coming out here and getting the exercise in, and she just loves it. And my other daughter, Michaela, she has had tumors in her back, several surgeries, and the one thing that keeps them going is doing the football. They love it, and they're very active and enjoy being a part of the team. And they couldn't be happier.
Well, she's ADHD, and we've actually had a lot of issues with her not sleeping at night, and I think that with her doing this with the football thing has helped her to be able to sleep at night. I think it relieves her mind and wears her down for the most part, but it's a pretty good thing for her, I think.
It's 1-0. Mason. Set. Go, Alicia, fight!
What's your promise?
What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the problem? You haven't been feeling well for how many weeks? You've been missing practice for how many weeks? How many weeks have you been gone?
6.
Huh?
Almost 6. If I missed today, I would have been for 6 months.
That's a lot of practice. So yeah, your body is probably like, what the hell? You can't come and bust your ass and work hard for 2-3 weeks, and then you take 2-3 weeks off. Like that ain't how you work. Your body is not gonna be ready for that. And crying ain't gonna do no better. Sometimes you gotta push through things. You know the saying, if it don't kill you, make you stronger. Well, now you do. Is it killing you? No, it's not, because you're still alive. You're breathing. You're choosing to be weak. You're making that choice to be weak and not get up and push through this. You're choosing. You're having your circumstance be over your mind, compared to you telling your mind and your body, like, no, I can do this. I can push through this. Pain is only temporary. You know what that means? It's not going to last forever, Javon. It's not. It'll go away. You're not showing me that you want to be a part of this. And then you talk about them great kids, like the coaches, whatever, that you wanted the other team you was on, that they didn't have no faith in you and give you no chance. If this is how you was doing, I can see why. Because guess what? We're taking away from doing to the team to come cater to you. And you're over here sitting like a 4-year-old child having a temper tantrum. Pout. So get your ass up. stand up. Let's get our ass up. Let's go. Because I'm not going to be babysitting. I told you this is not the babysitting daycare club. Get your ass up and act your age. Let's go. You got to tell yourself you can push through this. Get over here with your team. Or did you forget you was a part of that? Let's go. That's what I don't understand is y'all older ones that I got to cater to and baby y'all. I'm not catering to nobody. Let's go. Let's go. Go, Jeff. That's cake for you, Jeff. Let's go, Jeff.
I'm so sick and tired of the Photoshop.
Misha, you better not let them beat you either. You let them beat you, you run in the hill.
Go, nice here.
Reset. Come on, Ian. Let's go. Chop. Let's go. Let's go, George. Let's go, Julie. I see you. Let's go, Julie. Let's go. Get up, Julie. Nice here. Get the knees up, Ian. Knees up. There you go. All the way, Julie. Let's go, George. Come on.
Oh, gotcha.
Got him. Y'all about to float on that shit.
Man, that was almost like Stephanie.
Reset.
Let's go, Will.
Come on, Will.
Let's go. Go, you ready? Let's go.
Come on, Fred, you can run faster than that.
Go. Hey, now make a tap. Drill his ass.
Hey, Zach, let him know. Let him know what time it is.
Go. Wrap up.
Run his ass up.
Hey. I mean, a little aversion. Come on. Yeah, Giovanni, wrap up. Oh!
Ian's about to get broke. Come on, Ian.
Ian, I have faith in you.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L, I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like Bledsoe. Ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge. Take the door off your bins, pop up my four of your friends. Man, please, this shit ain't cynical. Man, no subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier. Not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh, yeah. Here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. He think he got her when he knew he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter. Let's do producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it, and I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no problem till the record started breaking, but y'all don't really want it. So let me tell you the deal. I'm also serious, I'm dirty, I'm no longer for real. I'm like a hop, skip, and a jump, a clock grip on the pump. From leaving you in the trunk, somewhere prepared to dump. But y'all don't really want it, so quit acting like you're deaf. I'm looking to my right, trying to see who's left. So you better watch it before I stick to the plan and be the next artist to run up in your stand. Like, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, man. Y'all don't really want it. Don't really want it. Y'all don't really want it with me. I know you shook, man. You ain't built for a skirt as a nigga can be. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming for ya. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I come for ya. It's gon' sound like, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah. E-double-L, I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like Bledsoe. Ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up my four of your friends. Man, please, this shit ain't cynical. Man, on subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah. He think he got her when he knew he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it, and I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no problem till the record started breaking, but y'all don't really want it. So let me tell you the deal. I'm also serious, I'm dirty, I'm no longer for real. I'm like a hop, skip, and a jump, a clock grip on the pump. From leaving you in the trunk, somewhere prepared to dump. But y'all don't really want it, so quit acting like you're deaf. I'm looking to my right, trying to see who's left. So you better watch it before I stick to the plan and be the next artist to run up in your stand. Like, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, man. Y'all don't really want it. Don't really want it. Y'all don't really want it with me. I know you shook, man. You ain't built for a skirt as a nigga can be. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming for ya. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I come for ya. It's gon' sound like, yeah, here You ain't built for a skirt as a nigga can be. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming for ya. It's gon' sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I come for ya. It's gon' sound like here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now.
So this is the week, we just got off week 2. Lost to the Buccaneers 25-20. You know, give or take, you know, a lot of bad calls on the rest, but we ain't even gonna blame that on them. But there was a lot of crucial calls that turned the game, you know, in their favor. Kind of expected, you know, they had the home field advantage. It is what it is, but next time we see them, it ain't gonna be the same story. So this week we preparing for Meridian Broncos, which is the #1 team, defending champs. I ain't gonna say too much, because I'm gonna let our actions be performed out here. But it's gonna be a pretty intense week, so just stay tuned. We gonna run them. We're gonna run them to the ringers. They gotta be ready. Just look for a surprise this week. Hey, where's your other jersey? You can't wear your game jersey, baby. Where's it at?
My game jersey?
No, you can't wear your game jersey to practice. Where's your other jersey? We're gonna have to find you something else, because I don't want this getting tore up. Hit the hill. We'll find something. Let's go. So, like I said, we're gonna kind of shock the world this week. I promise you that. Like, we gotta get these kids ready though. Step the intensity level up. Honestly, last game we lost because of our own mistakes, along with a lot of bad calls, but a lot of things on our part. We clean up the mistakes, it's gonna be a whole different story. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Somebody about to catch that smoke this week.
Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be thinking we soft, we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.